And so if we didn't have the spreadsheet, we wouldn't be able to prove why these were the things that we deleted. But since we've already gone ahead and done that, we're like, and I'm just, I know this is rather important, but I'm just going ahead, we'll get into more of the meat when we get to what the actual corrective instruction will be. Is this a previously taught concept? Yes. If so, if yes, please provide a brief summary of the strategy used to teach the standard skill, which students demonstrated in its conception in bulleted form below. So we taught the traditional algorithm. We also used, what else? Standard form.
We use place value keys.
With everyone?
You did that one day in the lab. You were drawing one of us in the box.
So place value pictures?
Yeah.
We use place value.
Yeah.
Which is traditional algorithm, but we haven't seen strategy.
Bigger bottom, better ball. So if it's a bigger bottom, you better ball. Or you're gonna get it wrong. Oh, you get it? Are you sure?
We can show you an example problem.
bottom
if you
is
need
bigger.
Man, do you know an example here? This is what it looks like.
I never liked that.
Bigger bottom, man, bigger bottom. Oh,
It was always confusing to me. Yeah. It's like Peter picked too much from it.
And then was there anything else that we used? Because those were clearly for subtraction and then for the addition side. Like, same thing, traditional, standard form, place value blocks. Anything else?
That was it. That's it.
Alright. High impact instructional strategies and opportunities for practice. What high impact strategies will be used to ensure misconception is addressed? What opportunities will students begin for adequate practice of the standard or skill? So, sorry. What high impact strategies will be used to ensure the misconception is addressed? What opportunities will students be given for adequate practice of the standard skill? So I went ahead and looked up a few strategies, and there was
that make email?
yeah, and a lot of it is just a lot of the same things that we already used, but in video form, or digital form, I guess, which we haven't actually tried because we haven't had the ability to access the digital software on the iPads, at least I know that I haven't. And then it was not sure. Because we also can't access it just as like a whole, like a video. You know, to show them the videos that are out there. There's also videos on like Brain Pop Kids with a robot, so just like a different entry point, using like a cartoon to do it. But then I was thinking too, we haven't actually, at least for me, taught them how to regroup with the place value cubes. And I was shying away from it because it's so messy and loud and didn't want to do it, basically. So, right. Yeah.
You have to do that in
Small groups. So I'm wondering maybe that's how we would do it, except that it's a whole group problem. So I thought maybe we could brainstorm how, since that is it's a new way to teach the same skill, in a new way. So instead of reteaching and repeating with more repeated practice, which I know we talked about, I wonder if we could try it one last way to see if maybe that will help it click. But do you have any other ideas of like a way we could correct our instruction or regrouping? Okay, I have a strategy you could probably.
I don't know if this is gonna help with the actual teaching, but to reinforce it, to try and look up some, maybe some websites or, apps that help with that skill, that you can use during dinner time, just to give children that extra practice outside of math time.
So, yeah, I mean, it's an approach, it's a strategy we haven't used, is having an app, like an iPad app too.
So there is one called, it's on my iPads, not my math app, but it's the other one, Starship. Starfish.
What it's called?
Yeah.
I saw a picture.
Yeah, so I think it's called Starfish, and it's supposed to allow them to like draw in the answer and like regroup with their fingers and do all this other type of stuff, but in order to get access to like that section of the app, you have to purchase it, and we don't have access to purchase it, and then I think we have to go through Mr. Dyer in order to purchase that, so it would be, like, of course, you know, things don't get into for a while, so it will be a while before we'll be able to get it, but when I was looking up, like, good math apps for them, like, that was, like, the number one, because it is so, they don't just type in a number and get it wrong, but it's like, they have to show their work, you know, it's,
Shows the concept.
And you know what?
the more
We
things they
actually-
get right, they get to add to their aquarium, and they get all these like fish that they get to choose from, and it's something rewarding for them.
But at the same time, it could be a whole group lesson, because we do have iPads for all the kids. We could teach them how to use the app, they could work on it, but then that would also provide us the opportunity to hold smaller groups, to work with them individually. And maybe that's how we could do both. We could do the place value blocks in a small group, but then the other group is still working on the same skill in a corrective way. Or a new way, rather, I guess.
I guess
If
that's
we
where
get
something
it.
like Show Me could come into hand.
I think you should use the place value
I wanna
blocks,
use
because
that
Nagia
so
said that's the underlying problem,
Right.
that they don't understand place
The
value
place
fully, so you need to go back to place value, and that's the way you're hitting it. And then you could do more practice with the iPads.
And I think what I found surprising was that in my head, I was like, oh, it's clearly just subtraction with the regrouping, but the two questions on there, that was
Addition.
subtraction, addition too. And the word problem too, I think was even more confusing. And one of the things I noticed consistently when I looked at like individual student data too, was them just not even lining up properly, and that can be easily fixed too. So should we start with the place value blocks, but not just the blocks, but with the maths, and Jeff has an example, we can photocopy them. But it's literally making just the columns on a big piece of paper, so it says, ones times hundreds.
So it's kind of
And
like
because
a
it's
Saxon math.
Yeah,
It looks,
It's the
the
same
I
same.
took it out of the book,
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
made copies and then,
it's the same thing.
I mean, you
You
gotta have
you
research.
could make them with construction paper,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I did in my
Yeah.
class.
Yeah.
And actually, if you have enough
Yeah, it's pretty
whiteboards,
easy.
I just had them draw themselves,
Yeah.
so.
and they know that well enough, they should be able to make their own.
Exactly.
I think it is tough though, making sure we have enough place that, we don't, I know in Myron we don't have enough to make 1,000, like we only have like 2,000 cubes. But we should have enough to at least go back and maybe just start with 2 digits, because we went directly to 3 digit, and I'm wondering too, if we should go backwards and start with 2 digit, use the place value maths, you know, yeah, show it, solve it, show mastery, then move on to 3 digit.
I'm gonna go teach next week, so I'm happy with going back.
Okay, so let's fill this out, so hold, you choose, and then I'm gonna also add to, I'm gonna say reteaching here, the corrective instruction, because ideally in 2nd grade, they had learned 2-digit addition, so we call it reteaching 2-digit rather than saying corrective instruction, because it's reteaching 2-digit addition. And do we wanna separate it from addition and subtraction, or do them simultaneously? What do we feel about that?
I think it depends on our timeline though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all of this is, we have to squeeze in,
Right.
because we're facing that.
We probably need to try and teach them simultaneously, because we need to teach them to, you know, tune in to what kind of problem you're working
They're
on.
looking.
They're so used to working on something for a week, and so every next week, I'm still stuck on what I learned the week before.
Or I can totally forget about it and
Right.
not have to remember it because now I'm doing something new.
Right.
It's kind of like the carrying across zeros, when they were learning to carry across zeros, and then they were carrying and borrowing for no reason on some of the problems, so.
I think that's a good opportunity to teach them to focus.
Yeah, yeah, so we're like, killing 2 birds with 1 stone kind of thing.
Okay.
Okay,
That makes
so the next question is, if you choose whole group, what data supports the non-differentiation? So for me, in my room, it was something like, where is it? I had 23% that didn't get the subtraction. That didn't get subtraction across zeros with regrouping. that did get it, 23%, only 23% were successful, which means that 77% were unsuccessful in
Mhm.
solving subtraction across zeros. With a grouping. And that's on number 3, and then on number 4, 46%. So they're all in the red, basically, those 3. And then for number 6, for me, it was also 46%. Do we want, I'm gonna write down, if you guys don't, I know this is rather tedious, but just to have it, capture the data captured. How about into a 1?
For number 3,
Yeah,
66% correct.
on 3,
Number 4, that's right.
yeah.
And 6, number 4 was 48%, as well as number 6.
It's interesting that we both had the exact same amount of data. Like, for 4, it was 46% for me, that was correct, and 46% in number 6, it's the exact same percentage. They go back and say it's the same kids. Isn't that interesting?
Oh, look at this, if they got one right, then they had the same,
Yeah.
Because the same thing.
yeah.
And then,
For number 3, 65% got it correct.
whoa.
Yeah. Well, you guys know that most of them, like, I have 4 kids that, didn't even take the test because they're pulled out, so. My numbers are a lot lower than you guys, whereas like, you have data for 25 students, she has data for 20-some students. My math is only about, 17 students on a good day. So my numbers are a lot lower than
And that was
you
for
guys.
question number 3.
And that was for question number 3, yeah.
So actually, just to pause for a second, what do you guys think when we take the actual interim that we will be using as our data point? So interim number 1 will be our data point to compare with our NWA data from the beginning there, our baseline data. Instead of modifying, do we have them take it because NWA is not modified? Correct? They don't.
No, I mean, they get
No.
easier or harder,
They get
depending on whether or not the
accommodated.
student
Right.
is saying right or wrong.
So they don't really get the same questions. so-
But they're still held to the same standard as the other.
Well, the
candidates.
scores will still be low.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So, for those interims, I don't know,
I don't know, cause there's some kids like Alex, that doesn't make any sense. Like, I feel like it's a
Yeah.
waste of everybody's time to give it to him, cause he doesn't, and Dalen, it's a waste of his time and my time to give it to him. But there are other kids who are close, where I know they'll fail a good chunk of it, but we could still get good data out of it, so
yeah,
I think
and
it just
that
depends
could
on the kid.
become our new baseline almost, where we can compare it to our baseline data,
Mhm.
NWA.